Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor Scott, and this is Real Talk. This is our weekly video check-in series that we do here at Herndon United Methodist Church, where we talk to you about what's happening inside the church or outside in our community, and what's coming up on the calendar. And today, I am really blessed to be able to share that I have a couple of special guests, as you can see. This is Bill and Betty Arey, and Bill and Betty have been members of Herndon United Methodist since 1987. And that's a long time. And but more importantly, they've been involved with the ministry that we call the Closet. The Closet is known as a thrift shop that's downtown, but there's a lot more to it. And I thought it would be a really good idea just to hear directly from them and let them share why the Closet is so important to them, but also why it's so important to the community. So, Bill and Betty, I'm just going to let you guys tell us what's so important about the Closet to you, and what does it do for the community?
Okay, well, let me start. Kind of our mission statement for the closet says kind of fundamentally what it is. And I'm reading it for you. It's a faith-based, volunteer-driven organization impacting lives through its nonprofit thrift shop. So there's the organization of the closet that really executes or carries out its mission through the thrift shop that's in downtown Herndon. It's through the thrift shop sales and the thrift shop facility that it really gives back to the community. And we're going to talk later about how it gives back to the community in multiple different ways. But to kind of give you how the closet started, Betty's going to talk a little bit about the history
Okay.
of the closet.
Well, the closet started in 1974 as a result of the end of the Vietnam War. We had many Vietnamese people move into this area, and these refugees literally had the clothes on their back. And a local church, and I don't know which one, decided that they needed to help these people. So they got together to distribute clothing. And then a few more churches joined, and eventually they formed the Closet. And they had various locations in downtown Herndon. Old time people who live here often call it the Clothes Closet,
Hmm.
even though the official name is just the Closet. And since then, we've grown. We've moved to various locations. Uh, the present location we moved into in around 2000. Used to be an old tractor supply company, and we've been there, and it has been very successful in this location because we get a lot of walk-in traffic because we're close by to a lot of people. Uh, Many of the workers at the closet date back to the early days. We have a number of Vietnamese women who work with the clothing
Hmm.
because that was our initial focus. We also have a lot of employees that are Hispanic because now that's more of a focus in the community is the Hispanic community. But there's lots of other people. We have Pakistani people that
Hmm.
work there. So we're kind of international.
Nice. Well, let me
And
ask you, you had said something about it's known as the clothes closet. However, I did some research this morning, and it's more than clothes. What other things does the closet provide for people in the community?
well, as we grew, they realized that people needed more than just clothing if they were coming with nothing. So they started adding household goods, like dishes or linens, uh, things that you might normally want to look for if you were setting up your first home here. It expanded even more. We have books, we have videos, we have toys, which is what I work with.
Hmm.
Um,
Pretty much
Pretty much everything you can think of that is donated,
other than
other than
furniture.
furniture, we probably have it. And we don't have furniture because we have space limitations.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. So, Bill, tell me what else does the closet do for the community?
Okay, we'll start with that. Um, Obviously, the first thing is low cost clothing, low
Hmm.
cost household goods. People who need to buy the good quality, and we focus on it's got to be good quality. I don't mean it's got to be, I don't know designer names, but we don't put the stuff out there that's ripped and dirty and
Sure.
and stained. We put out good good quality clothing at really reasonable prices. You can go in there and buy a men's shirt for $4 that, is the same one you get at Nordstrom's or at Target or someplace. Household goods at very reasonable prices. So that's for the people who want to buy those items, need to buy those items at those prices. We also have people who are referred by local social services to get a certain amount of credit at the store, and
Mm.
they can buy anything in the store with a couple of exceptions, like jewelry and some of our high-priced items. They get a certain amount depending on the number of people in the household and adults versus children. And so they can come in and shop for free. So that's another way that we give back to the community, support the community. We have a grants program, and by that I mean we sell enough that we make a profit. I mean, technically we don't make a profit because we're a
Sure.
nonprofit, but so the money goes back to the community in terms of grants. And I've got a list here, and this is just in the past year of some of the organizations that got grants. It included Cornerstones, that most people here know about Cornerstones. Um, it went to Food for Neighbors, Family Pass. I'm just kind of reading off some names. Kid Power. We focus on organizations that are, they have to be a nonprofit. They have to be focused on the local community.
Mm.
It may be dealing with food instability, maybe housing, it may be mental illness, um, homelessness. If you look on our website, you can get a list of who we've given to. This chart that I've got is up on the website and gives a good idea. Last year, 2021, we gave back $132,000 to the community.
Wow, that's so great.
And then Betty's gonna, do you want to talk about the
Yes.
scholarships? That's another
Uh,
area that we do.
Yeah,
and
who knew that the closet gives scholarships to the community? What a great
yeah,
opportunity.
scholarships has always been one of the first focuses of the grants, and we give to currently 6 different local high schools. We had a service, or we have one of our members do a survey on food need, where they got free lunches in the high schools,
Hmm.
and use that as our indicator of how much need was in the different areas, and using that as our goal of um, who needed to have scholarships, perhaps. We selected these 6 high schools that are in the area: um, Dominion High School, Herndon High, South Lakes High, Mountain View High School.
And that's just to jump in, that's
Yeah,
that's one of the alternative high
that's an
schools.
Yep.
alternative high school.
Okay.
Parkview High School and Westfield High School. Um,
That's wonderful.
we give each school the same amount of money in grants. Our total runs anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 that we give out. Each high school is responsible for picking the people that get the grants and how they want to divide the money up. One of the schools gave all the money to one person. That was their choice.
Hmm.
Most of the schools divided up among 5, 6, 7 students, and they often use the students' involvement in community services to help determine who would be a qualified person to receive these grants. And it doesn't have to be going on to college either. They can use it for any kind of post high school schooling they want to.
Okay. It's like
If
a trade.
Trade
they
school,
could go to a
definitely.
trade
Yeah.
school, and that counts. So uh,
That's
it
wonderful.
broadens the area of people who can get this. Another thing that the closet does that most people wouldn't know is we distribute free bread.
Okay.
Uh, we have several people who go to the local supermarkets and they get bread and baked goods that are reach their sell-by date, and the supermarkets give it to them to hand out to various uh, groups. So we get bread delivered 3 or 4 times a week from one person, and we get other stuff and sweets and breads from a second person. They put these out in big bins in the front of the store, and people can come and just pick it up
Free.
for free. And we have many people who come in just for free bread.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a lifeline. So we have nothing to do with the actual procurement of the bread, but we provide a safe place for these people to come and pick it up, and it's a valuable resource, especially with the high food prices now.
Yeah.
We get people desperate to come in, and they actually will ask us, "Has the bread come in yet? Has the bread come in yet? When do you expect it?" And
So one of the things I want to ask you before I have some closing questions for you, but if I remember right, I saw it on the website that since the inception, scholarships has been given out to the students in this community. It's been over $600,000.
that is correct. Since 1974, they've given out $619,000
Yeah.
in scholarships.
And that's incredible. Somebody that's in
Yeah.
school and knows just books alone, the cost
Oh, it's just
and
It's
the
incredible.
amount of people that the Closet has helped has been wonderful. So I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, I want to be involved. How do I get involved? How do I volunteer?
okay. Let me talk about the three things that we need. Is we need you to volunteer, to shop, and to donate. Let me talk about the volunteering first.
Okay.
We've got a paid staff, but paid staff can't do everything. If they had to do everything and we had no volunteers, then all of the profits would go into paying for a paid staff,
Yep.
more paid staff. So we definitely need volunteers. As a volunteer, you might be hanging clothing, you may be putting price tags on clothing. There's a whole variety of work that's needed there. You might be helping customers. You can Right now, we're just getting back after COVID from back to scheduling congregations each month,
Okay.
once or twice a month. So we just had a couple of weeks ago was Herndon UMC's week to do, or day to do it, and we have another day coming up on I believe the 4th of January.
Okay.
If you go up onto the HUMC website, you can find out when the closet's times are to. I'm sorry, when Herndon UMC's times are to support at the closet.
And if you're a high school student in need of hours, this will count towards their hours.
Yes,
Exactly.
definitely,
Okay, great.
definitely. And the one other thing I want to stress is if you see times that we're scheduled to volunteer at the closet, but you can't do it then, but you can do it another time. You can volunteer anytime. Normally it's from 10 in the morning till 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Awesome.
So that's volunteer. I think you were going to talk about
Shop.
we need to have shoppers.
We have to have shoppers because that generates the money that we give away in grants and scholarships.
Probably find some good last minute
You
shopping for
can,
Christmas.
You got
yes, it's one of those places, the goods change constantly, so we have people who come in every day sometimes.
Okay.
But a lot of people come in at least once a week to see what's new, and we have all kinds of stuff that you can find. Recently I've been shopping for Christmas items that we used in the green sale right here at the church. And I buy coffee mugs, I buy little tchotchkes that we put in the greens arrangement, and this is one of the things that I liked to shop for. But you
And
name
what a
it,
great
we got
time
it.
with the cost of everything going up. You can
And
find some great bargains.
you will definitely find great bargains.
And to show the range of things, I just posted on our website to compare it to a $2 shirt,
Mm.
an 1880 collection of 13 volumes of Charles Dickens
Oh, wow.
from 1880.
Wow.
So there's this whole range. If you want the cheap or need to buy to save money, But if you want to get the collectibles, we get those in a lot too. And kind of the third thing is donate, because obviously these things don't just appear. So we do donations Monday through Wednesday and Thursday. I'm sorry, Monday. Let's try this again. Monday through Saturday, every day except Thursdays, from
Okay.
8 a.m. until noon. We're looking for good quality, not soiled, not ripped, items in working condition. If you're giving us electronics, please make sure it doesn't have passwords on it that I can't break. Um, so come and donate. That's what we need. Uh,
And books, but I read there was only one box of books per visit.
Exactly,
yes, we get
because we
so
get swamped with books.
Yeah, so don't show up with a whole bunch of
Don't
books like
don't
what we
bring your
have.
whole
exactly.
library on one day.
But
But
please,
yeah,
we need the donations. That's how we survive.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
And we'd like to finish up by saying at Christmas, everybody tries to remember people who are in need, but need doesn't stop
Mhm.
January 1st. And we'd like people to think about the people in the community that need their help all year long by donating a few hours to help out at the store.
It's a call to action, my friends. What a great ministry. This isn't just a thrift store. This is a ministry that that not only supports those in the community, it helps provide hours for those that need volunteer hours. It provides free bread. It provides opportunities for people to learn different life skills, to be able to raise money for different grants that impact so many people, especially those that go hungry in our community. And lastly, college scholarships. And I am floored by all the stuff that the closet does. So, Bill and Betty, thank you so much. I appreciate your time here today. If you get a chance, go to the closet. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to Bill and Betty. They're probably there most of the time. And you can also find them here on Sunday nights for our Sunday night worship
yes, sir.
service at 5 o'clock. So, everybody, I hope that you have a Merry Christmas. And thanks again to Bill and Betty. And make sure you go out and see the closet and find ways that you can either volunteer, donate, or go shopping.
And thank you for the
Thank you
opportunity.
for
Oh,
letting us give a little pitch for the closet.
oh, it's great. Merry Christmas, everybody.